everyone! Today, we're going to do a sample CELPIP writing test. Task 1. Something super practical and crucial for those of you planning to take the CELPIP test. If you're eyeing immigration or further studies in Canada, nailing the writing section, especially the email writing task, is key. So let's break it down and get you up to speed on how to ace this. First off, the CELPIP writing test is tailored to check your readiness to communicate in everyday English-speaking environments. It's not just about big fancy words, it's about being clear, concise, and correct. Now, focusing on task 1, the email writing. Imagine you're at your desk and you need to shoot a quick email to a colleague or a boss. That's the vibe. The test wants to see if you can keep it professional and on point. So how do you do that? First, always read the prompt carefully. They're giving you clues about what you need to include. Miss out on these, and no matter how fancy your email is, you won't hit the mark. So read, then plan. Next, structure. 1. Start with a polite greeting. 2. Dive into the purpose of your email right in the first line. 3. Then explain your points clearly. Think of it as telling a story, but in the most straightforward way possible. Here's a tip that could change the game. Be mindful of your tone. This isn't a text to a friend. Keep it professional but friendly. Balance is key here. And before you hit send, or in the test's case, move on, proofread. Those little typos can be more distracting than you think. Finally, practice makes perfect. Write a few practice emails, maybe even time yourself. We are going to do a practice test together today. It's about getting comfortable with thinking and typing swiftly and accurately.
We are going to do a complete writing test for task 1. I'm on the CELPIP website and I'm going to go to prepare for CELPIP, then go to the free practice test. Once you are here, you can then select start and then you can choose which one of the tests you want to do. We are going to look at the writing for today just to show you what the instructions will look like when you are doing the test on the first day. But we're going to go through the complete thing just to give you an appreciation. So this is like an official CELPIP test that was done in the past. And this is the instruction on the official test. If you do not finish task 1 in 27 minutes, the screen will move on to task 2. In this sample test, in order to move forward in the test, you must click on next. Task 1, which is writing an email. You recently made reservations for dinner at a very famous and expensive restaurant in town. However, the meal and the service were terrible. The restaurant manager was not available to solve the problem, so you left without a resolution. You can always read that over to appreciate it. Bear in mind, on the day of the test, you will have your countdown here and you have to complete your writing task within the time period allotted. If not, the screen will move on and then you would have not complete your task. Now, this is what is required for you to do. It says, state what problems you had with the food you ordered. So that would have been articulated in this right here. Complain about the service and describe how you want the restaurant to resolve the problem to your satisfaction. And then you have to write an email to the restaurant's manager in about 150 to 200 words. Your email should do the following things. So these are the 3 things. And this is where you will type your responses in this box. And below that, you will see the word count as to how many words you have already. So let's look now at a complete writing test. And then I can link this resource in the link, one that is already finished. And this is courtesy of the Canon Study Abroad. All right, so they have this completed writing test sample and we're going to go through that together. Being an international student, a student borrowed a book from the local library. The student left the book at a railway station and contacted the railway department, but they couldn't find it. This statement gives an idea of what the student will write. The main topic here is that they lost a book. There will be instructions on the upper right side of the test window as I've shown you. A complete question could be like this. Write an email to the librarian. In the letter, 1. Apologize. 2. Explain what happened. And 3. Give details of the lost book. Similarly to what we had seen here. They gave you the information and then they ask you to write about these 3 things. So it's the same thing on the sample. Now here's how this email could be written. So you have to whom it may concern. If they said to write to the librarian, you could write dear librarian, something to that effect. I am writing to apologize for the loss of the book that I had borrowed. My name is Peter Fernandez, and I am an engineering student studying at Harvard University. I borrowed a textbook from your library 2 days ago. Unfortunately, I misplaced it. So you can see right here, it gives a complete summary of what is to come in the body of the email. So now he's going to be expounding on the points or the ideas that were conveyed in that introductory paragraph. I may have lost the book yesterday when I was traveling. So this is qualifying how the book might have gotten lost in the first place. So I may have lost the book yesterday when I was traveling. It was raining and I ran late for my mathematics class with the Professor John Woe. As I was on boarding the train, a sudden rush of passengers collided and my bag containing textbooks and notes dropped there. When I reached university, the book wasn't in the bag. Later in the evening, I called the railway department to ask about the book. Unfortunately, they weren't able to find it. That's developing on the idea of the lost book and how he thinks it may have gotten lost in the first place. So this is the idea for that one. He went ahead to develop on another idea. The book is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's a hardbound book. The university published the book, which cost around $20. I want to express my heartfelt apologies and gladly pay for the book. Sincerely, Peter Fernandez. So this is just one sample that we looked at. What I'm going to do is to just link this in the description, and there are other samples that you can go through. There's another sample too. It tells you the scenario and what you're supposed to do, and then it gives some tips. I wish you all the best on your CELPIP test.
Remember, the CELPIP test is your gateway to new opportunities in Canada, and doing well in the writing section can really set you apart. So take these tips, practice hard, and you're going to do great. That's it for today, folks. Keep practicing and you'll be writing emails like a pro in no time. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights and tutorials. See you in the next one.